part of the University of Texas in Houston, and the program that we're a part of and that we've been a part of for 2 years is called Texas School Ready. When you become a partner with them, what their job is, they come into the classroom and certify that the teachers are teaching in a way that's going to allow students to be ready for the task of kindergarten. And our Twain is in year 2, and both years require your classroom teachers of taking a minimum of 6 hours, and that's after they finish their day at work, per month for the whole entire year of going through training. And then they also provide us with a mentor that comes into their classroom to make sure that we're implementing the strategies and the different ways, the way that the research project was designed to do. And on a personal note, I want you to know one of the reasons we are so excited about Project Texas School Ready is because we've seen a difference even in a year. When they get to kindergarten, the kids 3 times a year are tested on their, it's a DRA level, it's a reading level. If you have older kids, you know what we're talking about. And it is a tool that we use to measure where the students are at different times of the year. And we do the DRA 3 different times during the year. And we just finished getting our middle one. So the data that I'm going to share with you are actually of the kindergartners, but they were pre-K kids last year here. And comparing the 2 years, the first year, which is 09-10 data, is when we were not partners with Texas School Ready. And then, of course, the 10-11 are our kindergartens that were pre-K last year, which was our year 1. And when we looked at the DRA levels, we looked at in 09-10, and that was without Texas Ready, we had 49% of our students that, after giving the DRA, was considered below level. This year, our kindergarten students at mid-year, when we tested them, we only have 20% of our kids that were below level. That is a huge gain in just 1 year. And then we also look at the above level, which was pretty amazing. In 09-10, before we started with Texas Ready, we had only 20% of our kids at mid-year that was considered to be above grade level. And this year, after giving the DRA, we have 57% of our kids that are already scoring above grade level in kindergarten this year. So that's really, really, really amazing. We're going to give you practical, good, sound ideas that are research-based that you can do and work with your kids at home.
Our language is talking, just talking to your children. And every time I talk to my parents at conferences, the main thing is talk to your children. You know, when you're cooking, when you're riding in the car, when you're, whatever you're doing, talk to your children. I mean, talking is the main thing we can do for our children. It's a key to language development. And a lot of times we get 4-year-olds coming in with very limited vocabulary. But it starts with you guys. Anywhere you go, you see words, you see numbers. Go to Walmart, the W. What letter is that? Oh, that's the letter W. Or signs. I mean, use the environment. When they're eating cereal in the morning, or dinner, or if you go to McDonald's, whatever, look at the print on the paper bag. I'm going to have a few of my kids come over here, and I'm just going to demonstrate a little read aloud that we do every day. We read. So I'm going to get some of my kids, and you can do this at home, just with some of the books that you have at home. I'm just going to use one of the books that we have here. I'm not going to read it all. I'm just going to kind of get you so you can sit down or lay down on the, you know, wherever your reading time is and how you can do it. Andrew, come here. Yasmin, come here. Natalie, Abigail, come here, and Morgan. When you get a book, just always say, can you see the front of the book? This is the front of the book, right? What do you see in the front of the book, Morgan? A pig. What do you see in the front of the book? Pancakes. What do you see, Natalie? A plate. You're right. What do you see, Yasmin? A what? A duck. Okay, what do you see, Andrew? Syrup. Okay, that's all the stuff. What do you think this book is going to be about? A pig that wants to eat pancakes. Do you think that's what's going to be? Well, we're going to find out. Well, you were very close. The title of the book, remember the title is another word for the name of the book, Abigail. The name of the book. Remember we talked that you guys have names, books have names. So if you give a pig a pancake, a pig a pancake, and guess what? What do you call the person that writes the word? The author. He writes the word. Okay, what does the illustrator do? Draws the pictures. Very good.
The first one I'm going to talk about is the sentence segmenting, which is the ability to hear individual words in a sentence. So what I do every morning, when we read our morning message, we tap our heads for each word we hear. So we'll go, today is Wednesday. And it's really interesting because in the beginning of the year, they'll go, you know, but now I can see them going every time they hear a word. In the bags you're going to get, you're going to get these different counters. And what you can do at home, you can do the tapping, or you can tell your child a sentence and have them move a chip for each word that they hear. The other skill is syllable segmenting, and that is where they hear the different parts of a word. So the easiest is to take their name and to clap the sound. So Jason would be Jason. Another thing you could do is when you go grocery shopping and you come inside with all of your bags of groceries, you can have your child take out an item, clap how many sounds they hear, and go put it up and help you out.
We teach all of the letters and words so they can see how it associates, and a letter becomes a word, which becomes a sentence. And probably the biggest thing that's going to tie into everything that we talk about is talking. Even in writing, or pre-writing, when you're looking at pre-K, the goal of pre-K writing is expression. Just getting their ideas down to be able to think about and process what a full sentence is. And it's all with talking. We're not worried about handwriting, we're not worried about letter formation, we're not worried about spelling or punctuation when it comes to kinder and pre-K. We just want them to start the process of getting their ideas down.
Okay, switching over to math. The first thing I'm going to talk about is numbers and counting. And what I tell my parents is to count everything. Count how many steps it takes to get to the front door. Count how many blue cars you see on your trip to grandma's. You know, count their toys. Count.